And we're gonna be doing some historical camping. I know I'm not, my hair's not accurate. I don't really care. Friggin', it's like 60, 70 degrees out here and wearing wool. It's actually not too bad though. It's actually, I'm sure my shirt's pretty soaked though. But the wool's actually keeping me kind of cool. Just taking a little pit stop. Tune you back in. We'll get the set up camping stuff and hiking out here. Probably already crossed like, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles. I might have another mile to go to get to the place that I want to get to, unless I find a spot that I like along the way. But I don't know. Only problem that sucks is the spot that I want isn't necessarily near water, but there is kind of another little water source on the other side of the mountain, because I'm planning on getting to the, we're already basically at the top. Yeah, so this little nifty thing. Yeah, for once I do have a, which I normally carry a filter sometimes anyway. I do know spots up here in the mountains where I can get water coming straight from the source, which if I go up here a little bit further, it does start coming out of the ground. But the problem is I like to get it from an area where it's actually like where it has little waterfalls, because like I said, I know where actual springs are at and where it's literally coming fresh out of the mountains and you can just drink it, which this water probably is pretty safe. It's right here, especially in my mountains. There you go, look at that. I got this at the surplus store. And it's our I basically drank that whole thing of water on the way up here. I do got my other canteen. It's more pro. That one does look like a, because if you can tell, I'm trying. Sorry about that. I got a new phone and it has a million buttons on it that can turn it off. As you can tell, I'm portraying a mountain troop. Got the green tab, that's mountain troop. White would be infantry. But that canteen there actually does almost look like a mountain troop canteen. Hey, I'm gonna go over, got my mountain troop loadout on. I'm gonna be camping out here tonight. I trekked up the mountain. This video might be kind of long. None of this is like really exactly accurate, but I'm just gonna go over like what's in my bag. And like I was saying, over my uniform and stuff. As I got the basic German web gear. This is a post-war Russian map case. You know, I got my Kar 98. The mountain troops wouldn't really have a bayonet. They would more than likely just carry the frog, so, or the scabbard, so they could use it to help climb. I got an M40 tunic on in here. Up close here somewhat. I got my mountain troop badge, a Gefeife. That's private, like first class. I don't have the right hat. The hat's an M43 field cap. The mountain troops have their own kind of hat. This almost looks like a mountain troop canteen because they had a bigger canteen. I just put a Czechoslovakian harness on it and I had this leather strap. It looks close enough. I need to hang this up somewhere because it'll leak. My mat case. And of course I got my bread bag, I got my German canteen. Got my mess tin. Not that they would really have one, I got a little hatchet on me. Just so I can gather up some wood. Hopefully these are still good. I got some taters in here. I got my filter, which you already saw that. For some reason, the mountain troops and all the pictures and this is a post-war Austrian bag. It looks kind of close because they had a couple different backpacks. And I'm just using my Y straps to attach it all together. And see, so it can, I got my Y strap running through there so it supports the belt. Because trust me, I've been hiking around a lot in this gear, and if you just have the belt on, and I don't have belt hooks or nothing on my uniform, if you're just walking around with the belt and no suspenders, this bread bag will be dragging on your legs. But anyway, the mountain troops, for some reason, they would shove everything in their bag, because in most pictures, some of the SS would have their stuff on the outside. But I'm a Wehrmacht. I don't have my Eagle on yet. But they would keep all their stuff in their backpack. It's like, why even have the external straps if you're not going to carry your Zeltbahn and stuff on the outside? Because that's what I would normally do. And I got my brush. Because my unhistorically accurate hair. But I did just buy a new Zeltbahn, because I got a post-war Zeltbahn. This is just a reproduction, but I got a post-war Zeltbahn here too, in like the swamp camo. This is a actual German military, like border guard. But I finally had two of them, so I can have a bigger tent. I just got a GI wool blanket in there. I got a towel in there. Yeah, I'm losing, like always, I'm always hiking late. Getting started late. I think I'm gonna camp out around right here. I'm right off, it's not really the greatest of area. I try to be off in the bush, even though this ain't because there's technically there's a trail like right there, but it's not like a popular trail. And then there's a road, the dirt road the mountain road going up just a little bit further. But it's not a big deal. I think I'm in a pretty secluded area for the most part, because it's not like it's a popular area where people pull off. Got some spices in there, salt and pepper. Pegs and rope. In a way, I'm kind of overpacked because I'm only going to be spending the night, I guess. But I kind of just do this on purpose just to make it heavier. I brought my coffee pot. Not that I had to, but more than likely in the morning. Oh yeah, I got some Russian tea biscuits in there. But more than likely in the morning, when I make coffee, I'm gonna use this to make coffee, and then I'll make oatmeal and that. And in a way, I probably shouldn't even be making a video. I need to be just setting up my stuff because I got up here late. I still got to make food, set up camp. I got some steel ground oats. And I got socks. I got plenty of socks in here. Not like I'm gonna need them all, but just, you know, you never know. Got like a base layer shirt. Use that when I'm sleeping. I got some tin of fish, which the Germans would be ration fish, tins of it. And I got some Spam, which ain't like the GIs would be getting Spam, but just they would be getting meat though too. More socks. These are wool socks. A shirt. Underwear. More socks. And I forgot, I do got my little lantern on me. I got some matches in there too. That's everything that's in there. I was eating this because I haven't ate anything today besides some like animal crackers, and got some turkey jerky. Luckily I brought that. I almost didn't, just for something quick. Got some rope. Toilet paper. This is I got cinnamon and sugar in here mixed together. I could possibly use it because I've put cinnamon in my coffee before, but I might use it in my oats. Another piece of rope. This here is, even though it might say Nutella, but this is maple syrup in here. My buddy kind of taught me this. I've been using maple syrup instead of, well, I still use sugar though sometimes too, but I've been using maple syrup in my coffee because it actually does sweeten it up pretty good. And it actually tastes really good too. It doesn't taste, you know, it doesn't have the taste like you think it would. But I've been doing that instead. But once again, I could add it to my oats. I do got an egg grenade on here, but on the way up here, I didn't even realize I lost my, that kind of sucks in a way. It came off because it was banging against my canteen. And my Car 98 pouches, I got some tea candles. And plus the Car 98 pouches make it easy for the hooks to hook onto something. Even though with the belt or with the map case on the other side, I just have the other one extend it way down so it hooks onto the belt itself. I got a bar of soap in this one, and then more matches in this one. I do have I got my little pea lighter in my, I think these are, I forget if these are M42 pants. And I got a little pea lighter. Which it's kind of accurate. I got my German canteen. I don't have everything that I would normally carry in my bread bag because I wanted to make it light, so it wouldn't be like banging around. Plus the mountain troops wouldn't really be having a bunch of stuff in their bread bag anyway. Got more toilet paper in there. I got an Esbet stove. It's not a World War II one. I do have, which I'm guessing this is real. I was told it was real. Where is whatever the spork that the Germans, this is actually what the Germans would be issued. There is a stamp on there. I got a US spoon in here just because it's stainless. The Germans love using aluminum for some reason. A rag. Smoke cola, which I technically don't need the coffee because I have smoke cola. I think about where, I hope I put my coffee in there because I should have a jar of coffee in here somewhere. But I left it at home. I got an old school knife in here. It's not like a German, this was my grandfather's. But it's close enough, it's like period, you know. Got a candlestick with some jute cord wrapped around it. I would normally have like a little sewing kit in here. I wonder, I bet I didn't put my coffee in here. It kind of sucks if I didn't. I brought some of this extra stuff for nothing. I think that's about it, actually. It wasn't as long, well, it's still kind of long, but it wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be. Coffee. Where's the coffee? Oh, here it is. It was whole beans. I just grounded it up. That's about it. It's not too much stuff. I didn't weigh myself to see how much it weighs. Dude, this thing actually, this is a new phone. This thing actually zooms in really good. I didn't even realize I was zoomed in some. Well, this phone's dumb then. Why does it automatically start out at, because it starts out at this one when you record. I didn't realize that, heck. But yeah. Yeah, I do got some stuff in my pockets, of course. I always kind of wanted, even though I have a very old video of all the stuff I use, well, but it's old, and it was like it wasn't when I was first starting out. But you know, I got knives on me, you know, of course. I got regular lighters too, just in case. I got electrical tape. Electrical tape can save your life, man. You can use it to whatever. You can make a tripod with it. I've used it to fix wounds. I almost cut the corner of my finger off one night and out in the middle of nowhere, and luckily I had this tape on me. I had to reach in my pocket with my opposite hand because I was bleeding like a stuck pig with this hand, and I wrapped it, and it stopped it, and I continued doing what I was doing. I do got my Leatherman on me. Not that that's accurate, but you know, stuff comes in handy. You know, if you need to like take a tick off of you or something. I do have a modern light on me, but it's probably not going to get used. I normally try not to use lights besides candles. And in the German coat, this ain't exactly right, but I do got a bandana in it because this is a bandage pocket. And seeing technically, if you had to, you can make a quick tourniquet. Because you know, back in the day, what do you think? Because nowadays everyone talks about carrying a tourniquet, and I realize, yeah, they're ready made, but you can fucking tie this shit up. Get your scabber or a stick if you got sticks nearby. Shove that thing in there and twist it. You know, bam. You're freaking saved. You know, you don't need all this fancy new stuff. You can try to use with what you got. What do you think people did back in the old days? Oh yeah, the gun ain't real. It's just the bayonet's, you know, it's still a cheap bayonet, but you know, this gives me, in case anyone wants to fuck with me. And not that I'm really worried about bears. I've came across bears before, they'll just run away. This gives me some reach. Ah! Like a spear. Well, that'll be it for now. I gotta set up my stuff. You know, I got the tent set up. You know, this phone actually does pretty good in the dark. It has a night mode, but it's only for pictures. That's the border, the post-war border Zeltbahn, and there's the World War II one. Not that it's not a real World War II one, you know. Kind of hides my fire. Out of desperation, that's what I came up with before it got dark. Got our freaking lean-to. And I did the same thing with the fire for once because I didn't bring no cooking oil with me. I was going to, but I didn't. I changed my mind at the last minute because I was going to bring a World War II GI mess kit, but it's like, well, why bring that whenever I'm only going to be staying a night and I'm just going to cook this stuff. I've done this before. I got taters in there and I got Spam. It's not like it's cooking. It might take a while. But I've done that before, dude. And this, even though it's only taters and Spam's actually, because people call Spam mystery meat, but if you look up videos on it, it only has you know, like 6 ingredients. At least the original Spam does. And it's actually made from pork, I think pork shoulder or something like that. But anyway, after this stuff gets done, because I've done this many years ago out camping, and dude, it tastes like ham and green bean soup. I don't know how it tastes like that, but it does. I wish I would have brought a bay leaf with me. Thought about it, but I didn't. Yeah, I was scrambling around here, running around, found these rocks to try to make a hearth quick. I went, you know, that way, because I knew it. Like I said earlier, whenever I put this video all together in the beginning, when I came across that stream, that's like a mile that way. And I knew there was water this way because I've explored all these damn mountains around me. I knew there was a stream there somewhere because I was following a trail and I was hungry, dude. I haven't ate all day besides, you know, I had animal crackers and some turkey jerky, but I was going nuts. Still, I feel better now, but since we got this all going, I did, even though this area, I don't know how this is going to be sleeping. Sleeping in the woods is always iffy, even for me. Like, you know, I've done it many times, but look, is that, oh, I thought that was that toad again. I gathered up some grass. It's kind of hard. I didn't get a bunch of it, but this place is pretty soft as it is. And like, it's actually not like too rocky or anything. I always just come out here in the middle of the night or in the middle of the evening. And then I end up in the dark doing this kind of stuff. Don't get to eat till the middle of the night. That's how it is even on a normal day. That's what happens when you work second shift. All right, that should be about it. There, here we are. It's morning. I froze all last night like normal because it got down in the 40s. And like, you know, I was thinking like that ain't so bad, but this is the wool blanket. My dunk off. I decided to, because I don't like sleeping with clothes on, and then eventually I just put my pants back on and my coat just to stay warm, and then I dropped this thing down over top of me to keep the wind off of me. It's pretty good. I didn't realize how popular, even though I know it is nice out, but I didn't realize how popular this trail was. I've only came up through here, you know, during the winter months, and I just found this place a long time ago up here exploring and stuff, and I thought it was a pretty cool spot. We got the oats. Hopefully, I might have too much water in my oats. Got my oats going. Got my coffee going. Cowboy coffee. You just throw the grounds in there, boy. You don't need no percolator. Those grounds will drop down on their own eventually, and you know, what the hell does it matter if you got a little bit of grounds in your coffee anyway? And it's funny how a lot of people make a big deal about that. So that's how I make it at home, except without a fire. I just use a pot. I don't even have a coffee maker anymore. I have an old video of me blowing up my coffee maker with a gun. I literally don't have it no more. It's just use a pot. That's all you need. It's funny, people think they need a coffee machine and microwave and all this. Like, you ever hear of an oven? You ever hear of a pot, a pan? I'm heading back. I was camping up on that ridge there somewhere. You know, and down these old roads through here, and then you cross a stream, and probably like, I don't know. It had to be up there somewhere because that's where the dirt road goes up through, with the mountain road up there. We're all loaded up. I gotta head up over this ridge. Head up over this ridge, back down. We'll do a slight turn and be heading right back down the side of the mountain. And here we are up over the ridge, and like I said, the trail literally on the side of the mountain. I wanted to get some videos of this yesterday, but I was kind of rushing around some there too. Get some shots of me walking by and stuff, but I don't feel like doing all that. I have to walk back and get the camera. I think I had my phone packed away pretty deep, is why I didn't make a video until I got to the spring. Yeah, look at this, even though that ain't what I want to show you. I was wondering if I was going to get lucky, and I didn't. I already found it here, but there's my there's my grenade pin. Luckily it's bright blue. I'm surprised the metal piece is right there by it. The metal piece is probably what caused it to... Surprised no one else, because I've seen some mountain bike riders going through here, but see, all this stuff was all banging. Probably hit the metal thing and made it fall off. Put it in my pocket this time. Got lucky, found it, retracing our steps.